Hey, I'm Mike. Welcome to Need It Make It. So we know Printables has a reward system for your good designs, and in exchange for your popular models that you post, you can get free filament or shirts or hats or even printers eventually. Unfortunately, with shipping and with taxes, it might not make a lot of sense to go that route depending on where you live. As I found out when I ordered 3 spools of free filament, which ended up costing me over $67 Canadian. But I am in Ontario, Canada, and other people have told me that shipping is actually pretty cheap within the EU, for example. So in comes Makerworld, and I have enough points now that I can order some filament from them. So let's see if ordering from Makerworld, which is Bambu Lab's version of Printables, has any advantages at all. So stick around. So first off, I have to say that I have actually had a really good experience with Makerworld already that I was not expecting. I was alerted by a fellow named Martin that one of my models was being taken and posted on Makerworld without consent. When I checked it out, I found that someone had taken my model, they scrubbed off the logo and the name of the part, which were both actually embossed, and then they simply reposted it under their name. In addition to that, it was not posted as a remix, it was posted as an original, and there were no notes about any remixes, and they also used my description word for word with no attribution at all. So if the person had at least put some effort into making a change of some kind as opposed to removing my logo, I don't think I'd have so much of a problem with it. But I wanted to address this because I didn't think it was acceptable behavior for someone to be doing something like this. So I took the model, reviewed it first against my work, and it was identical. In fact, you could see where the patching was done, and that was the only change. So I made a claim, and within a few hours, Makerworld had taken down the copycat model. Now, I don't know about you, but when I see a remix, I kind of expect something other than the logo and the name to be changed. I think this was just someone trying to be sneaky. I was a little bit surprised that it was so quick, and I ended up posting my design on Makerworld as well, just to prevent this from happening again. So I've been ready to redeem for a little while now, and to make it fair, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing as I did with Printables, and I will link that video up above here if you haven't seen that one already. I'm going to be ordering 3 spools of filament, so let me get behind the desk and get a computer in front of me and we can go through that process. Okay, here I am on Makerworld, so the amount of points I have is 2715, and if you look at what you can exchange for, it's not a lot, except for at the very bottom you can see that you can get a gift card. So this is the route I want to take, and this is what I'm actually most interested in because Printables is not like this at all. You can exchange for filament, but you can't exchange for gift cards, and I think because it's a gift card you should be able to use it to pay for shipping as well. I don't know about how the tax is dealt with yet, but we'll get into that. Now, I do want to mention as well, there have been some stories about people that have been flagged and they are not able to redeem the points. They're not able to get gift cards because of some interaction, they think, with bots. It's not necessarily the case. It could just be a growing amount of popularity for those models. So this may very well happen to me as well. I have no idea what's going to happen here. So let's go ahead and get this. So with Printables, I had to wait about a week to hear back about the approval. So this may very well be the same. This gift card is only valid in Canada and cannot be changed after it has been redeemed. All right, so I should be able to get 5 gift cards with the amount of points that I have. Let's go ahead and get this done. So redeem. Please note that this gift card is exclusively valid for Bambu Lab Canadian store purchases. Once redeemed, it is non-refundable. Ensure you select the correct store. Okay, as long as CA means Canada rather than California, I am good. We need to review, oh, it's gone. I could not read that. It said that they need to review my account first, and I couldn't read the rest, it was too quick. So I might receive an email, I'm just gonna quickly check that. All right, so luckily I had some video going and I could pause it. That was not up there for long enough. We need to review your account activity before you can proceed with your redemption. We apologize, blah, 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 and assure you that the review process will be completed within 7 business days. So that is the same as Printables, but I have not received an email yet. Maybe that is going to be coming shortly. Anyways, I will leave it at this and then we'll come back. Hopefully I get the approval or I get some sort of notice saying that I've been denied, and then we'll take it from there. So it's 8 days later, that is 8 working days actually, and I haven't received anything to tell me that I've been approved or denied, so I'm going to be sending in a ticket right now just to follow up. Okay, so it is the next day and they've responded and they have said to me, thank you for your feedback. We've checked it. Your account is now in a normal state. So please go ahead and check it again. I don't know what a normal state means, but normal is better than abnormal. So let's go ahead and just give this a try and hopefully it works. Okay, redeem. Okay, so I can confirm. Perfect. I'll go ahead and do the rest of the gift cards and then we're gonna see if we can order some free filament and maybe some parts as well. Now, originally I wanted to do what I did with the Printables video and purchase only 3 spools of filament. But this system isn't like the Printables system because we have a gift card rather than a specific item. And that card can be used for anything. So instead, what I'd like to do is get a little bit greedy and try and get as much as I can without having to pay anything. So I've loaded up my cart with 6 spools of filament and I've also added a few spare parts as well for my X1C printer and the AMS as well. I don't actually need any of those parts right now, but I figured that it would be handy to have them at least if I do. After adding my location, I am still eligible for free shipping and I can see that the tax is also being added onto the order and the total came to $306.12. I was able to apply all of the coupon codes to this one order with no trouble at all, and I was left with a little bit of money on one card as well. So I was expecting, having used the gift cards, that I'd have to pay for shipping as well, but I didn't. The shipping remained free still. So I placed the order, and now we just need to see how long it takes to arrive and if there are any other unexpected fees at the door. So while we're talking about trying to get things for free, do you know what else is free? Liking this video and hitting that subscribe button. We have new content out every week, so make sure that you hit that notification bell as well so you always know when a new video is released. So it has been 3 business days. We had a weekend in between as well, so that was pretty quick. I'm a little bit surprised that it came that quick. There were no additional fees either, so even better. This legitimately, for me, was completely free other than just my time. Let's see what we've got. Anti-vibration feet. Oh. I don't remember ordering 2 sets, but okay. 2 sets. I'm gonna have to buy another printer to go with that. Oh, very nice. Oh, yeah. One of these rollers. Replacement filament cutter. Yeah. And of course we have our filaments. So we have a PETG Basic. This is gray. These comes with a spool. We have 2 blacks, 2 gray, and then these 2 reds do not come with a spool because I have some spools already. That's what they look like. It's a pretty slick little system. So when you replace this onto here, the tag will automatically identify in the AMS system. And I think there's a new sticker as well. You can replace this sticker with the new one so that it's easy to know. Since we're comparing, why don't we go ahead and try out some of this free Bambu PETG filament against the free Prusa that I had ordered in the previous video. Now, I know Prusa is known for its high precision and its quality, but it'd be nice to know how they stack up against each other. So I have gray and black, which are nice industrial looking colors for Bambu, but for the Prusa they didn't have exactly what I wanted to order, so I'm gonna have to use blue and galaxy black. And I'm gonna be printing these really nice industrial phone stands created by Josh 3D, and normally I don't print anything trending, and I also like to create my own designs, but I needed a phone stand and this one for some reason was speaking to me. Here's my take on how they're able to reward people like this. So by posting models, it promotes more people to print those models. Those models require filament, and the site just so happens to have filament for sale. It's a self-feeding system. People post designs, people print designs, people buy filament. Now, in addition to this, we're also printing in color now more than ever, which means that what we could have done with 1 spool of filament, now we're doing with 2 or 3 or even more in some cases. It's great to have the option to print in color, but it really slows down the print time and it becomes quite a bit more expensive to print unless you're printing multiples of the exact same part or you like to use the exact same colors for all of your prints. A better system, I think, is how they mix paint with a paint base and then the color is just added as needed. That's my take on it at least, but I'd like to hear yours as well. There's one other point that I wanted to make, and I'm just speculating here, but if you're familiar with the idea of loss leaders, this might make some sense. A company will give something away for free or they're going to give you a discount to get you in the store in the first place. And once you're in, you're going to look around and you're going to want to buy something else. In my case, the goal here was to get everything for free, but it's possible that when some people get a free spool, they're also going to want to spend money on other things because they feel like they just got a great deal. I have no issues with it if you were already going to buy the things that ended up in your cart, but when companies know a lot about human nature, they can use it to their benefit. The idea of a kid in the candy store kind of comes to mind. So there are probably lots more reasons why the system was created and that it seems to be sustainable, at least for now, but I'd like to know what you think and whether I'm right or wrong about this. So at the time of making this video, I have 8 spools of filament worth of points on Printables. However, I can only redeem for 1 spool per order. They no longer offer the 3 spool bundle and they only allow redemption for PLA and PETG at the moment. So not only was it not very beneficial to order the free filament from them before, now I'm even more restricted and it makes even less sense to spend any time trying to generate points there. Overall, it seems to me that Makerworld has a great system for rewarding designers on top of being able to get parts and filament for free, and that's actually the real free. The setup for reward points is also better because it doesn't stop at 400 downloads and then requires you to wait until the next month to reset like Printables does, and that means that you can generate points faster as well. So how do they compare? Well, I would say as far as the gray and the blue, there isn't really much of a difference at all. They both printed very close to the same. And the quality looks pretty good. As far as the black though, the Galaxy Black to me always looks better. I don't know if that's because of the little flecks that are in there or if there's something else, but the flat black looks okay here, but there are a few more visible defects in this one than there are in the Galaxy Black. So I think overall the Galaxy Black definitely looks better. So is it possible to get really good results from the free Bambu filament? I think that it is, and I can show you. This was printed with the Bambu X1 carbon, and this is extremely smooth all the way around. The quality is pretty nice. Unfortunately, this print is not usable because it decided to hold on to some PETG on the nozzle and then just near the end of the print, put it near the top so that it could ruin it. There was a little bit of a cooling issue in here as well, but I had the top on and the door closed as well, so that's pretty easy to fix that problem. So aside from this, I think it is possible to get really good results with this filament, and it certainly looks pretty good. I think if I were to have taken the time to calibrate these filaments on the K1 and K1 Max, I would have been able to get even better results. Whether this is something sustainable, that is yet to be seen, but overall, I've had pretty good experiences with Makerworld. But I do have a YouTube channel and maybe that makes a difference. So I'd like to hear from you about your good or maybe not so good experiences with Makerworld. Is this just as good for you as it has been for me? As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and of course I need to thank each of my generous patrons for helping to support this channel and making videos like this possible. And if you want to help support this channel as well, I have a link in the description there below. Take care everybody, we will see you on the next one.